Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fragrance haul. I decided to do this video because since I've been so behind on my purchases since I gave birth, I purchased some fragrances during Valentine's Day. I got them as a gift, and I got some fragrances as a gift for Christmas. But then I also purchased some fragrances. So I decided to just do a whole video on the fragrances that I did purchase, I'm sorry. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, you guys know I love Jo Malone, but I do have certain fragrances that are a staple in my collection. Off the top of my head, I can tell you that Gucci Rush is one of those fragrances that I cannot go without in my collection. The Jo Malone English Pear Freesia and the Jo Malone Peony and Suede. Those, off the top of my head, are ones that, you know, I can't be without. It always has to be in rotation in my collection some way, somehow. So with that said, you guys know that I predominantly like floral fragrances, and so that's what most of these fragrances will be. So let's go ahead and start off with the what I got for Valentine's Day. And this is, I mean, Jo Malone never disappoints with their packaging. And so it's just simple yet elegant. And these bows, I don't know how to do them, and it pains me to take it apart because I can never put it back together. But I love these little bows. Every time I purchase something from Jo Malone, I love it when they do these little bows. So I digress. Nobody cares about the bow. Here's the box. I had to say, for this being a Valentine's Day edition fragrances, because they are limited edition bottles, I would have loved to see a Valentine's Day limited edition box from Jo Malone, but it is what it is. So I did purchase, well, my husband purchased 2 fragrances for me for Valentine's Day. And so the first one I want to talk about is the Velvet Rose and Oud. So this is part of their permanent line, but this is comes in a limited edition bottle. And he did get me the 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, and this is still available at Nordstrom and Sephora at the time that I am filming this video. So if you're interested, you can still pick this up. Now let's talk about the notes on this. If you are a big fan of the Rose and Magnolia fragrance, they brought it back for Valentine's Day in a special edition bottle that looks identical to this one, which is Rose Blush. It's like the identical bottle, but in Rose Magnolia. Obviously I didn't pick it up because I just hauled this one, but if you like this fragrance, you are gonna love all the fragrances I'm gonna talk about today. So Rose Oud comes in this beautiful deep scarlet red packaging. It is see-through. This bottle is darker than the Scarlet Poppy bottle, for those of you who are wondering. This is the 1.7 fluid ounce bottle. It also comes in a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle, but because this is part of the Intense line, the smallest bottle that you can get in this is the 1.7. This does not come in the 1 ounce bottles like their other line, which would be like their regular line. by the way, these limited edition bottles, this was the smallest size that you could purchase. I didn't see them in a smaller bottle. The only one that came in a smaller bottle for Valentine's Day was their Red Roses. That one you can purchase in, it was a limited edition bottle, and you can purchase in a 1 ounce, but not these. So this is considered a warm floral. And the keynotes are clove, Damascus, rose, and oud wood. Oh, sorry, oud wood. Tongue twister. I love this fragrance. It has a beautiful rose scent, but it gives you that kind of deep oud that makes it romantic and sensual. That's just the best way that I can describe it. This fragrance makes me feel warm inside, and I feel like it's a fragrance that I can wear in the winter and in the summer, if that makes sense. It really can play both seasons very well, because it is still, you can still smell that rose coming through, but that oud just makes it warm and sensual and cozy. Really love this. You could even wear this like date night. It's just, and what I love about the way that these notes work together is that it's not too much. Like, how can I explain it? Like the Tom Ford Rose Prick fragrance, not that it compares to this, that they don't smell alike at all, but it is a rose fragrance. But I just feel like it's a bit too much, you know. Sometimes I feel like when there's oud in a fragrance, I feel like sometimes it overpowers all the other notes in the fragrance, and that's all that you're left with on the nose. And that's not the case for this particular fragrance. You definitely are left with a beautiful balance of that rose and oud. Highly recommend. The 1.7 ounce bottle retails for $138. And the bigger version, if you want to, you know, because like I said, this is part of their permanent line. You won't, you know, this bottle, like if you want to pick it up, you can still buy it. But if you want the regular one that comes in the black bottle, the 3.4 ounce bottle retails for $196. So this is part of the Intense line. Moving right along. The next one is I got was the Jo Malone Rose Blush Cologne. And it comes in just this beautiful packaging. And this one retails for 1.7 fluid ounce is $100. And this is considered a light floral. The keynotes for this are basil, granvert, lychee, rose, cedarwood, and white musk. I love this. This smells, obviously it has that rose scent, but it's just light and airy. That's the best way that I can describe it. It is a light and airy rose. I feel like, to me, I am not a fragrance connoisseur whatsoever, for those of you who are new to this channel. I like what I like. To me, this fragrance smells like a water, like a rose water kind of fragrance is the best way I can describe it, but it has a punch. So what I mean by that is, a lot of the time, like a rose water essence or a rose water fragrance doesn't last on the skin, and it is so light that within a couple of hours you can't really smell it. Not with this. I feel like this is an intense version of a rose water fragrance. And if you like the fragrance Wild Bluebell from Jo Malone, I feel like those two fragrances, got married, and had rose blush as a baby. So love this fragrance. Again, still available on Saks, Nordstrom, Sephora, this particular bottle, so in case you guys were wondering. And then just to recap really quick, in these bottles you can also get it in Rose Magnolia. So I just want to give you the information for Rose Magnolia. Notes are Magnolia, Rosa Damascena, Rose de Mai, Patchouli, and Amber. So if you want to pick this up, you can. It'll just be in a different bottle. Pricing would be the same as this one because the Rose and Magnolia is not part of the Intense line. The next fragrance I hauled, again, Jo Malone. By the way, guys, I didn't buy these all at the same time. I purchased these. One was during, those two were during Valentine's Day. This one I hauled during a gift card event. I had a gift card and then they were having like a sale for beauty. So that's the best deal that I could get. And so this is the packaging. And the fragrance I picked up was Jasmine, Sambuck, and Marigold. Notes for this particular fragrance is Marigold, Jasmine, and Benzoin. This is a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, retails for $138, and the 3.4 ounce retails for $196. Again, this is considered a warm floral, but this one, unlike the other two that I've mentioned, has more of a vintage essence to it. I mean, the jasmine really shines through, so if you don't like jasmine, you are not gonna like this fragrance. That is the dominant note here. That smell is that jasmine smell is what you're gonna smell the most. It is a beautiful, soft, vintage fragrance. And what I mean by that is, like, when I smell this, I think about a tea, like a tea party. That's what I think about. Like, if when I close my eyes, I just can picture a beautiful, elegant tea party, possibly with the Mad Hatter. Okay? Love this. And this one is part of the Intense line, which is why the jasmine in this is so dominant. Moving right along, this was a Christmas gift, Miss Dior. And this is a fragrance in my collection that I can't be without. So usually when I run out of this fragrance, it's one that I repurchase because it is a solid, tried and true fragrance for me. Now, this fragrance has been formulated many times over the years, and still my favorite formulation was the one from, I think it was 2008. It was like when it was first introduced. If you know what I'm talking about, leave me a comment down below. Since then, every time they've reformulated this fragrance, it kind of smells a little different. But this reformulation, I have to say, is quite the same as the one that they've had for the past like 5 years. And so this was a beautiful gift set given to me by my husband's grandmother. This is a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle. And if you were to purchase this bottle on its own, it retails for $112. It comes with this really pretty bow. But I also, let me put it back in the box so you guys can see the setup. It also comes with a travel spray, and this is a beautiful blush leather packaging. I really love when fragrances come with a travel version because I use it a lot, obviously when I travel, but like when I'm out and about, I can just stick it in my purse, you know? But it is like a faux leather. Just want to give you a close-up of this. So it is a faux leather, and it does have Dior embossed on the bottom. The bottle itself is weighty. This is probably one of the best travel fragrance bottles I've come across. This is weighty. This is metal, not plastic, wrapped in this faux leather. Absolutely luxurious. And the nozzle is the exact same size the nozzle of like the regular perfume would be. It's not smaller or anything. So with that being said, notes for Miss Dior are Lily of the Valley, Tifolia Rose, and Soft Musk. This particular fragrance, Lily of the Valley and the Soft Musk, I feel are the two that really shine in this fragrance. If you do not like the smell of lilies, you will hate this fragrance. But I love it. It is just a beautiful floral. It's tried and true. Miss Dior is also considered a warm floral. So if you haven't tried this, seriously, as a matter of fact, out of all the fragrances that I've just mentioned, right here, this is the one I recommend you try. All right, you guys, so that was my fragrance haul. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate your time. Leave me a comment down below with your opinions and your comments about any of these fragrances, if you own them, if you've had them for years, if they're staples in your fragrance collection. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and see you next time. Bye.